and welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen on this fine, cold Monday evening. We have our favourite person back again today. We have lovely Lee back in the kitchen who's going to be doing a poinsettia flower for you. Just let me update you on a few things. We've got Simon on camera.
Hello.
Hello there, Simon.
Did you miss me today?
No. Was that blunt enough? He only tuned in to see whether my gingerbread house had failed.
It wasn't the same without me.
So, you might have seen that Carroll has put a post up on the Facebook, on the business page, on this page what we're on now, where the Facebook Lives come from. You might have seen she's put a post up to say about the £25 draw for her house standing up while she did it. It was great. But, as she explained, it did sort of collapse. But, in Carol's defence, she was working with soft gingerbread, so how she got that house to stand up in the first place was amazing, because it was there for you watching it. But the gingerbread was made last Thursday, so it had gone soft, so there was no way it was going to stay stood up. My biscuits, I made them fresh this morning. Mine's still up.
That's a window roof.
Yeah, it's called a skylight because mine has a bedroom in the loft. So it's called a skylight. So what do you think? It managed to stay up, and this is going to go into an airtight container in a bit because that's going down to the lads at the warehouse tomorrow. So the Carol's would have stayed, if the gingerbread had been fresh and stayed up, Carol's would have stayed up absolutely amazing, and she decorated it far better than mine. Mistake. He's just showing them the mistakes. You know what? I don't mind. It's the first time I've ever put a gingerbread house together that I've actually baked, so I was
no
pretty...
spoilers, please, Lee. If people want to see what happened, they can watch the show.
Pretty...
Claire Corbett, you're not the only one.
Pretty pleased with myself on that. So, if you do find the post on the Facebook, on this page here, go ahead and leave your comment on that post, and there's going to be two £25 vouchers, and they will be drawn on Thursday night on Laura's Live. John did say if Carol got her house to stand up, he would give the vouchers, and Carol's house stood up and she decorated it through the live, so he has to honour it, and he's given two £25 vouchers to be given away on Thursday night. I'm trying to think, Wednesday, please don't forget. Ooh, who's put that in the way?
Me.
No, I'm just going to get this out. I'm just getting my assistant to help me here.
No, if we lift this iron up, we can
Show it tonight.
Lift it high enough, he's got to see Claire.
If we lift this iron up, we can take 5 centimetres off the top.
See that, Claire? He was going to take Santa's hat off then. So don't forget, look at this. This is the class on Wednesday. Now, we've still got plenty of time to sign up for this class. It's £30, but if you have already... Are you ready, Simon? If you have already...
No.
If you've already bought a class at full price, so we had to buy one treat tower at full price, £30, because then you can get it at...
£15.
15. Come on, crazy £15 price. So please book onto this. We're going to have so much fun on Wednesday with this treat tower class. We've got Christmas puddings on it, we've got Rudolph's with the antlers, we've got snowballs on there, we've got lovely wreaths on there, we've got little snowmen on there. This is just going to be such a fun class to do on Wednesday, so please join us for this. It's with Claire Corbett, and it starts at 10.
Just explain again what the offer is.
The offer, right.
If you haven't bought a class already...
Yeah. If you haven't bought... No, there's 5 treat tower classes. If you've bought one treat tower class, any of those 5, then you could get the other 4 for £15 each. If you haven't bought any treat tower classes, then you are having to pay the full price of £30. So it is well worth buying the 5 treat tower classes if you can. You get all 5 for £90, saving £60. And every single treat tower has been so much fun.
But if you buy the Christmas treat tower at £30, and it's your first one,
you can buy the rest.
Go and watch any of the others.
You can go and buy the others at £15, absolutely.
And what do you think of that?
Crazy prices. Lee's thinking, what have I come into tonight? So on that note, I am now...
It's not a madhouse, honest.
It's not mad. I'm now going to say, Lee, welcome to the kitchen.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome, Nigel.
Hello.
And I'm going to go to comments now.
No. Oh, careful, don't fall over that chair.
Who left that chair in the way?
It's on the treat tower.
Is Claire watching?
We'll soon find
Let's
out.
find out, shall we?
Have we got anybody on YouTube tonight? Please say hello.
So, good evening, everybody. And
Claire's
it's
watching.
nice to be back. We've had a bit of a change around because I wasn't planning to do what I'm doing now. Tonight we were going to do something differently, but I will show you what we're planning to do, which will now take place on the 13th of December now.
No, because you're going away.
No, sorry, the
Second of
2nd.
December.
2nd of December, sorry, getting all mixed up, we can't remember the dates. First of all, I think we get a little bit confused. We put out on the Facebook page to ask you if you can come up with some colours of the Wonder Dust colours to do the poinsettia that we're doing tonight. We have already done Snowstorm with the Frozen Blue, and we have done Magical Moon Dust with Shimmery Pink, and we've done a red one. So we wanted two colours to go together that you think would look nice, and the one that we get the most of we'll do. So please start telling us now, so that when I've shown you how to make this, we can start colouring it. Okay, so first off, are you alright, Claire? Nice to see you. Have you been Timberley setting up your store? No?
We've got a good audience tonight, and they're all shouting hi Lee, hi Nigel, hi Simon, and of course hello to me as well. We've got 181 watching at the moment.
Good.
All excited
Good.
to have you back in the kitchen.
Good. So this is what we were planning to do tonight. We've already done the Chinese lanterns and the conkers, and we've got a winter cosmos here that we've done, and obviously a dahlia. So the next one we're going to do, which is the 2nd of December, we're going to do the dahlia, which is this particular flower here. Okay, these are called the autumn colours. So, you know, you've got all your autumn things here and here, your Chinese lanterns and your conkers and so forth. Look quite nice together, don't they? Yeah. Okay. And so, we'll start with the poinsettias. So, traditional poinsettia, which is done, which I didn't realise until I started doing them, that I've seen everybody do poinsettias and that, but if you actually look at the centre, they're all different. I didn't realise that the centres are all different, not all little round balls like most of them are done. This is done with the Katie Sue mould, so this is the red one. And then I had a bit of a play and I did silver leaves, and this is Snowstorm and Frozen Blue. Bring it this way slightly, there we go. Lovely, isn't it? All the Wonder Dust colours on there, really looks nice. Okay, that's that one. And then this is a smaller one, so you can do them in different sizes. That's the medium size one. This is a smaller one. I'll put them both together so you can see the difference in size. Okay, and this one is done with the Magical Moon Dust, because that's got like a hint of gold in it. So I did gold leaves, and then we've done Shimmery Pink, because the Shimmery Pink's got a bit of a hint of gold in it as well. So we thought those went, well, I thought they went together really nice. And you've all made some lovely comments on Facebook when I put the pictures up and that. So,
They're saying they're absolutely beautiful.
yeah, so there's your three that I've made already. Now, tonight we want to try and do something a bit different colour, but only using Wonder Dust, obviously, we want to do. We don't want to use any other particular colours, okay? I'll just move them out of the way for now. Before I get started, just sit down. Sitting down on the job today because it's not been well. Okay, so before I get started, I was asked about the covers that I use for keeping my Katie Sue things in. because as you know, they come in these little plastic wraps, and after you've opened them a couple of times they start to rip and what have you. They're not the best of covers, not a bit like Karen Davis's, which are quite sturdy. So Nigel ordered some steel book
protective slip covers.
Yes, them. And they were the wrong size. And he said, are these any good for your cake moulds? And it actually worked quite well, because you can see like this one, there's two in here, I've got in. They fit in quite well, and you can put, I mean obviously some of these are a little bit too big, but you can still fit them in. And they fit in quite nicely. This one is the orchid one. I've got the orchid mould in it, and there's two moulds and the little fan vein extra and everything. They do really fit in well. But trying to show you photographs on Facebook and explain to you about it is a bit difficult. So I bought one with me. They come like this. They've got like a film over the top of them. I'll just, so that they don't get scratched. So you've got a film, you take that off. Okay, you can get these from a very well known online sales place, can't you, Karen?
Yeah, eBay.
Oh!
It's only young and said it.
I didn't. Boss won't shout at me. So they come in and you just make them up as like a book end, really. They just fold across the sides. Can we see it? Yeah.
Really good idea though for keeping your moulds all nice and protected.
Fold in there. Oops, that's that end. Just like a book. What I did do was put a little bit of sellotape across there just to stop it pulling through, because the weight sometimes can push it down. And you end up with that. And, like that. And they're dead easy. And then you can just put in your sleeve for your particular mould. Some of them fit in, some of the sale slightly bigger, but that just fits in. Look, so there you know. Now you've got your Katie Sue Poinsettia and Vena. And then just put your mould inside like that, and there you go, all set up and ready. And just a simple thing, but a lot more sturdier than those bags. So for those of you who are asking about that, I thought I'd just get you to show.
So they're called Steel Book Protective Slip Covers.
Yep, steel boot protected. So we're using tonight, that's the right way, isn't it, Simon?
Yep.
We're using tonight the Katie Sue Poinsettia mould. Now, those three poinsettias I've just shown you are the first ones I've ever made. So we're not bad for a beginner, eh? Quite simple to do, really. Everything is actually in this. You don't even have to watch the video that Nicholas Lodge has done. I mean, it helps, but you don't have to watch it, because if you open this up inside, it's got the step-by-step instructions. And it tells you here how to make the small poinsettia, which is the pink and gold one that I've done, and how to make the medium size, which is the red and the blue and silver. And it tells you exactly how many balls of paste you need, how many wires you need, in what particular colours and for what. So if you're doing the traditional one, as you can see by the picture here, you need 3 balls of paste in red, you need 9 balls of paste in yellow, and you need 5 balls of paste in green. And that's basically it. Obviously I'll tell you the sizes as we go along. So let's put my glasses on. Let's get the mould ready. So first of all we'll do the middle bits and the inside. So we just get a bit of Trex. I'm using like a little brush that I've cut down to put Trex in, because it just seems to do it a little bit better and gets into the corners and that. Now the centres of the poinsettia are all different. They're not all identical. They're not little round balls. Let me just get one. I think you'll see better on the red one. If you look closely, I don't know if we can get close enough to see this. Some are heart-shaped, some have got lips in them, and then some are a little fan on top. Apparently, On a big poinsettia, you have 3 of each of those, and on a medium, you have 2 of each. So they don't all come round. So these are done with a 28 gauged wire, which I've pre-got ready, and a number 5 ball of paste. Let's start down here. This one here is the one with the lips on, and that's the one we're going to do first. Now I always struggle with these sort of things. I'm not going to set fire to Karen. Oh, dropped that one. So I tend to get my pliers, just bend this back slightly to make a small hook at the top like that. Can we see that? Oh, let me move that out of the way. There you go. Now Nicholas tells you to wrap round paste, tape and whatever you make a bud at the top, but I find that really difficult to use, and when you put it into the paste it moves about quite a lot. So I do the method where you burn it and you just slot it into the...
Up a bit later.
Sorry. So you just burn it. I'll do it again anyway, so I've got 3 to do. I want to show you the 3 different ones. So can you get me a 28 gauge wire out?
Yep.
And that one dropped on the floor. So bend it over, make a small hook, warm it up, get your ball of paste and just push it in. And you get that lovely smell like candy floss. Okay, we'll do the 3 and then we'll move on to the next stage. Bend it over, warm it up and push it in. And I think those tend to hold a lot better than doing a floral tape bud on top. Gives you a bit more. So if you just mould this then with your fingers, into like a little balloon shape. So you're bringing it down onto the wire and keeping the top round. And then if you see how that just sort of fits, I'm not a head in the way, is it? No. Okay, and then if you get your nick stick, as now Nicholas Lodge tells me he calls it, he did inform me of all this when I saw him at Cake International. If you put your nick stick there, this is heart shape, so just with your fingers, just squeeze.
Can't see that anywhere.
Sorry.
Just hang on while we're trying to see what we can...
Sorry about this, we'll just try and get it close up for you.
You're going to be able to show it on that one?
So, it's in the mould there, yeah? Like that. You put at the top where the heart is your nick stick, okay? What I'm going to do is going to take that away, but just remember to leave that there. So we take it away so my fingers don't get in the way. And just push it in to the mould, like that. Let's put this back in again now, and you can form the heart. Take it out, turn it round, and do the same on the opposite side. Okay, and if you look, can we see that now? Let's move that out of the way. You see, that forms a heart. So you do 3 of them in whichever particular colour. If you're doing the red poinsettia, you do these in yellow. But if you're going to do fantasy poinsettias, then do them in white and use white wires. Okay, use white wires for the red as well. So let's go for the next one. Now this one's got like a pair of lips in it. This one here. Again, do exactly the same thing. Form your paste into a balloon. You can see the shape. It's a bit like a light bulb, isn't it? So try and get your paste to look more or less the same as that. Okay, push it down with your finger. Don't go too hard, but just make sure you get it in. But try and keep the back of it a bit like a cushion. Don't go over the edge of the mould because you'll end up with a line. You take it out, you can just barely see it, I think. It's difficult to see with it being white. But there's like a little pair of lips there, and you would dust them in the colour of your leaves, sorry, your petals. And you do 3 of them. You turn your mould round this way now, and we're going to do this one. And this one is a bit like a oh, I don't know really, it's a bit like a lampshade really, isn't it?
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah. So this needs to be a little slightly longer. Place it in, and with your neck stick just make sure you get it into the top half as well. So just use the ball end tool of your neck stick, place, give it a bit of a squeeze, take it out. Okay, and then you get the edge of that. And then what you would do on a hard sponge with your neck stick, you just fan that bit at the top.
So Almaz, this is Squire's sugar florist paste we're using.
Okay, so can we see that now? If we put it on there, you might see it a little bit better. We fan that at the top there, and you do 3 of them as well. Yeah, gonna be. Well, that's better. I'm looking through my glasses, so it all looks blurred, and I was thinking that doesn't look very good. Okay, so you do it so that you know where you are. Then let's just bring them back over. 3 hearts, 3 with the lips, and 3 with the fan at the top. And as I say, you would do this in yellow if you were doing a traditional poinsettia. As you can see there, that's what I've done in this one here. You can see the yellow, and then the bits that you've done like the hearts, you just dust the top of them with a bit of red, and the lips you dust with a bit of red, and the fan you dust with a little bit of red. Okay, but if you're doing the fantasy colours, then you can just do it all in one colour. But don't do just the little round balls of paste, because that isn't how a poinsettia grows if you actually look at a real one. Okay, so next stage then is to do what they call the bracts. Now the bracts are the petals to us. Okay, so again, just a bit of, I'm using a brush so you can get even paste on this. So just put a bit of, don't worry about this too much because these are only for demonstration purposes, but obviously if you're doing them for your own cake, then you need to just be a little bit more careful. But the Trex does dissipate after a while anyway, so you're alright with that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do one of each and show you what you do. Let's start with the big one then. And the big one, largely Brax, is a number 8 small ball of paste. So those of you know, we use the size guide. A number 8 is when it actually just falls through, when it's a small size. Obviously if it's normal, we have 1/3 below and 2/3 above, but this just falls through. Okay, don't forget to condition your paste slightly, so a bit of Trex, condition it in, roll it into a ball, and then make it into like a little sausage and put it into the thingy. Now, at that point, you can add your wire if you wish to. I struggle to do that because then when I flatten this out, my wires always end up not in the middle of the petal, so I don't do that. With a cosmetic sponge, then just work this up into the point and thin it out to the sides, leaving the bulk of the paste that you've got in the middle. Okay, see, you can use your fingers, you can use your Dresden tool or your neck stick. I find you doing your edges when you want them thin, and it is better to do with the sponge. And then with a 26 gauged wire, it's that one, 26 gauge wire, and some edible glue, I dip it in like that, and then with a paintbrush just brush the glue down, because this needs to go at least 2/3 into the petal, and then just slide it in. You feel it tickle your finger as it goes up. Just make sure you don't come out. If it does, just push the paste back over it, but make sure it goes at least 3/4 of the way in if you can. Okay, and then with the veiner, which is the piece that comes with it. Right, that's there. A bit of tracks on that. So a few bits. I've cut these down because they're a little bit too long when you're using tracks, and they're just still shredding a little bit at the moment. But they're ideal, these little brushes are, for doing that. If you put the point of this at the top where the point is, and level it up with the wire at the bottom and the V, push down like that, and then that gives you your centre vein all the way up there. If you flex the mould like that, you can pull it out, and you can see we've got a little bit of over paste there, so just squeeze it in onto the wire. Okay, put it on your pad backwards like that, and then get your nick stick and just bring a little bit of life into it by just rolling over the edges like that, and it just gives you that little bit of life into your leaf. How are we doing with colours, Karen?
Well, I think I've got a clear winner.
Oh, good. Okay.
Whether you agree with it or not, I don't know.
I don't mind. I don't mind. And then just go to the end where your wire is, and you put your fingers there and just bend it slightly so it curves the leaf. Okay, and then just put it on. Just bring this over. Just put it on one of these to dry. I'm going to put it down there because these others are already dry to show you. Okay.
So I'll tell you what we had, and I'll tell you what got the most.
Go on.
We had sparkling gold, just the one colour that somebody offered me. Then I had rose gold and snowstorm. Then just somebody said regal purple. Then somebody said violet haze and shimmer pink. Rose gold and shimmer pink. Midnight blue and silver. And the one with 4 that people kept saying yes, yes, was midnight blue with shimmer blue on it.
Right. Okay.
Claire Corbett.
Did she say it 4 times?
She kept looking in as different people.
Right, so we won't do that one then.
No, so a few people said they'd love to see midnight blue with shimmer blue.
Right, okay then, that's what we'll do. So I would imagine if we did the whole flower in the shimmer blue slightly lighter, isn't it?
Very light, it is lighter, yes.
Yeah, so if we do the main flower and then do the midnight blue up the centre like we've done, I think that might be the idea.
Well, you're the expert,
Yeah.
I'm leaving it up to you.
Okay, so for the medium bracts now, which is on the mould here, this particular one here we're going to do next. And this is a number 7 small. So your number 7 ball of paste falls through, as you can see. So it just falls through, yeah. Bit of Trex to condition it slightly. Lovely flowers these, I was really pleased.
Well, Breeder said she loved these flowers. She did one and she was doing it for a special Christmas cake she was doing, and she said she loves the mould and she did one in 3 days.
Yeah.
She said absolutely.
Do obviously make sure you let everything dry before you carry on. I mean, I've dried everything before I've come, so sorry, I'm going ahead of myself there. I put my wire in. Yes, that's the only thing with the sugar paste. Let it dry. So again, make this into a little sausage, like thicker at one end than the other. Get your wire, dip it in your glue, and then just spread that glue further down the wire.
You've got to be doing that. They said, somebody said, please use the Midnight Blue Rejuvenator, as the colour is spectacular that way.
Well,
And
we've
that's
got to
fun
do
one.
the leaves. So we'll do the leaves with the Rejuvenator, because that's why I asked you for the
Yeah.
paint thing. So yes, we will do all that. We'll do all 3 of them for you, don't worry. And then we'll see how it turns out.
Quite a lot of the ladies here love the Midnight Blue.
Yeah. Okay, so fill that in. Remember, of course, like I say, bring in the bulk of the paste to the centre, and then with your wire that you've done, just feed it through. You will find there's quite a bit of paste on these, so you don't struggle to get your wires into this particular mould. And then with your veiner, again, get the point at the top, level up the wire with the V, push down firmly, and there you go.
So Maureen, Lee's using Squire's Sugar Florist Paste. So it's the florist paste he's using.
That one. There you go. Squire's Kitchen Sugar Florist Paste. This is just plain white. I like to have it white and do my own colouring. But you can buy them in different colours as well, can't you? Okay, so turn it over. So you've got the back showing. And with your nick stick, he'll kill me if I keep saying this, you know, but I just can't stop it now. Carroll started this off. Just soften the edge slightly so it gives it a bit of life. And don't do the same. So I've done 4 on that side, so I'm just doing 3 on this side. Don't do this equal on each side. And this is the medium one. Okay, and again with the medium one, you just bend it slightly so it gives a bit of a curve, and then just put it onto your foam to dry. Tomorrow, these will be dry and ready for you to use. No problem at all. Okay, so that's that one. We'll do the small one now.
I think Claire's celebrating at home. You know, like you see somebody doing a victory dance.
Is she jumping up and down for joy?
I think so, because she's just saying, she's not saying that she's not saying that she's celebrating about it, but she keeps going, yes.
Yeah. Don't think you've got your own way. Okay, and then the small one. So we're doing the small one now, and this ball of paste, if I believe right, is the number 5 small. Get the 5. Oh, it's number 5, sorry. So you can see that's 1/3 below and 2/3 above. This is number 5. A bit of Trex, not too much Trex in these smaller pieces, but obviously just give it a bit of conditioning and roll it into thing. Push it in to your mould with the sponge. Karen Naylor will be pleased that she's not going to be lumbered with another load of my vases. She had a little bit of a say about that last time. I'm sending you the same one back, Karen. I've taken the poppies out and I'm sending you the other one back. Dip it in your glue. Use your brush to wipe it down the wire. Feed it through. So you'll feel this tickle your finger as it goes through. Sometimes it might just poke through, so just be a bit careful. There we go. That's in there. Again, put this at the point at the top, level it with the wire and the V, and press down. And then you get that central vein. Just relax the mould like that. You can take it straight out then. Put it onto your little pad. This is a hard side pad. We've got a soft and a hard side on these. And again, just roll it slightly, just to give it that little bit of life in it. Like that. Just 2 one side and 3 the other. And this one you don't do anything with. You just leave it exactly like that and put it on your foam to dry. Okay? So that's your 3 braxes. Now, the 3 different sizes. If you're doing the larger poinsettia, you need 7 of the large ones, 5 of the medium ones, and 3 or 4 of the small ones. Okay? So that's doing the larger poinsettia. If you're doing the smaller poinsettia, so that's the larger one, as I said to you. So you have 7 of the larger, and then 5 of the medium, and then 4 of the small ones. Sorry. 7 of the larger, and then 5 of the medium, and then 4 of the small ones. Okay? If you're doing the smaller poinsettia, which is this one here that we've done with the shimmery pink and the moon dust. All the leaves on these have been done with Rejuvenator, by the way, so you can see the difference in them. But if you, I don't know if you can see it, but this has got the magical moon dust has got like a hint of gold in it. It's really nice. So the leaves really set it off quite well. But this is the smaller one. So with the smaller one, you do 7 medium and 5 small. You don't do any large ones.
That is so pretty, that.
It is nice,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
gorgeous, that.
But my favourite, of course, because I'm in love with the
Snowstorm.
snowstorm. Yeah, Kim nearly dropped it then. As I keep saying to everybody, it's my absolute favourite.
It really was a snowstorm.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the snowstorm, and then there's this frozen blue just up the centre.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And then the shimmery, is it shimmery silver or?
Just silver.
Just silver, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're done with rejuvenator on the leaves. But this is my favourite.
I mean, that is lovely. I mean, that is just so elegant, that, for a Christmas cake. If you're just doing a lovely winter-themed Christmas cake.
You can just put that on top of your cake. You don't have to put anything else on.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Okay, then, so we'll go on to the leaves now. So, on the leaves, they call them bracts as well. I don't know why they call them bracts, but there you go. This is what they class as the large one, and this is what they class as the small one. There isn't much difference in size, really, if you look at them. But this is the large one, this is the small one. Again, using your brush, just to put a bit of tracks in. I use the brush just so you can get into the edges, so it'll come out easier. Same with that. And of course, you know, these, you can see there's bits coming off these brushes because I've cut them, but it doesn't matter because you're going to be dusting them anyway, and nobody's going to be eating these, because if you did, then you'd be quite ill, I think, because it's awful stuff to eat, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's too hard, isn't it? It's more decorative than anything.
Yeah. It's like with any flowers, really. They're more for decoration. And if people want to keep them flowers afterwards, they can do. But please don't put them in cling film, because as Carol's told everybody in the past, cling film breathes, so it makes it go soft. So just put them in a little box, or you know, in a vase on the side, or wherever you can do, and they'll, you know.
Yeah, they're great on the. Vases, I did some for my sister-in-law, you know, like roses about 4 years ago for a 40th, and she's still got me the little rose vase on the side.
Yeah, they will last for years, really, as long as you don't get them damp, because otherwise they wilt and then they don't look so good. Okay, so we're now moving on to the wraps. I've got the things ready here. So the large one is done with a number 10 small. See how it falls through? Number 10 small. Okay, again, add a little bit of Trex just to condition your paste slightly. Again, another reason why you wouldn't eat it, because you're adding Trex to it. Roll it into a bowl and do it into a sausage. Try and get it so it's sort of 3/4 of the length of the mould. We're doing the large one first. And flatten it out. Make sure you try and get it into the points. Use your fingers if you have to. But try and keep your edges pretty thin. Keep the bulk of the paste in the middle. Okay. Just turn that round so you can see. Just pushing that along. Don't worry too much about having any creases or anything, because when you put the veiner on the back it takes it all out. I'm just going to use my finger there just to get that into the edge. And there. Went to London this weekend. Nigel decided that we were going to go away for the weekend. I said, what are we going to do? He says, don't know, we're going to wing it. I said, you've been listening to Carroll McFarlane too long, you have. All this winging it. We had a good time. We went to the Christmas market, went down up and down Regent Street and that, with the Christmas decorations up and that. We went to Trafalgar Square, and then 10 minutes after we'd been to Trafalgar Square, Karen Griffiths ended up in Trafalgar Square as well. 26 gauge white wire, dip it in your glue and just brush it down with a brush so that it gets up and down and feed it through. Now these are slightly a little bit more, because they've got quite a wide centre vein at the finger, so do be careful when you put these through, but try and get it at least halfway in. Okay, you can see it's gone to there.
So did you see a show?
No, we didn't go to see a show. We just went for the Christmas market that goes from the Shard all the way down to the London Eye. And we went all the way along that market there. And then we went to Hyde Park for the Winter Wonderland there as well. Karen couldn't be bothered, her feet were hurting. So that's what she said anyway.
I had too many shops to go in. I went and spent a fortune in Fortnum and Mason.
Oh, we went past there, we didn't go in. We went to the Amelie's, is it Amelie's? Is it the children's store? The kiddies store, it sounds awful, doesn't it? The toy store, I should say. Yeah. Again with this then, now if you look at this, you can see that this point here is rounded, just the same as this is. So get the top of the mould there, and line it up with the wire, so the V is in the wire, and push down all over. Make sure you get all your sides with this one. There you go. And flex the mould. Do be careful, because you can, if you flex it too much, you can end up pulling your wire out. There we go. Take it out, put it onto your sponge. I'll just move that out of the way. Backwards onto the sponge. And the same thing again, really, just to give a bit of life to your leaves. Just go along the edges. You take that to the edge of your sponge and just roll it up like that. And each section, and the top section there, turn it round and do the opposite side. Don't do them equal. Don't do as many on one side as you do on the other. And this just really just gives you a little bit of a whittle into the mould. Just turn it back round. You see there we've got a little bit of paste that's come out of the thingy, so you can just break it off, Luke. It just comes off dead easy, and then just use your thingy to get your edge back again. Okay, squeeze the edge together with your nick stick or your companion tool, just to run it a bit, and then make it into like a taco as such. So you hold it with the wires and make it into a taco like that, and then put it into your foam to dry. So you can do all these pieces all in one day, and then the following day when they've all dried, you can then get on to putting your flour together. Obviously I'm just showing you how to make each one. I'm not showing you how to make the right amount of each one, just showing you how to make one. So this is the medium one, as they call it, and I think this is number 9 small. Yep, number 9 small for this one. Again, a little bit of tricks. Okay. Now, if you look at this one, this is bowed slightly, so I'll show you what to do with this when we get to the point. Again, just squeeze it down with your sponge. Remember to get into the top bit, use your fingers if you have to. You can use a Dresden tool if you wish, or you can use the companion tool. It's entirely up with you. I just find the companion tool a little bit sharp for some of these things, really. Just, there you go. Got it into all the edges of your fingers, leaving the bulk of the paste in the middle. This one is a 26 gauge wire in this particular case.
So everything that Lee's using tonight is going to be in the wish list, and Carol's going to do that when she gets back. She has to go out and do a couple of errands, so when she gets back she's going to do the wish list tonight. But at the moment the wish list it's the Poinsettia mould, it's floral wire, stem text and Wonder Dust.
Yep, not a lot to do in this one really, but the Poinsettia mould is an absolutely fabulous mould.
A few people have said they got it, Lee, and they absolutely love it.
Yeah. So feed the wire through, as I say, roughly sort of 3/4. Now this won't be level because the mould turns slightly, and you don't actually do this one level. If you get your veiner, you can see the top there. put the point at the top there, and this has got a level piece at the bottom here. Make sure that's level so you can see the wire isn't in the V in this case. Push down. Remember that it's wide, so remember to try and do the sides, and then it puts you in that vein slanted so that it's not straight. So it goes with the right. So flex it and pull it out. Put it backwards onto your mat, onto your pad, sorry, and again just roll the sides. As I say, don't do equal amounts on each side. And this just basically is just giving the leaf a little bit of life, so that it's just roll it back and forwards. Don't use a ball tool or anything like that. You don't want it feathered. You just want it just have a little bit of a thing. Again, squeeze. You've got a little bit of extra paste there, so just squeeze that in. Squeeze that in. Form it into a taco. And then put it on your mat to dry. And that is it when you've done all that. Obviously that's only showing you how to do one of each. You need to do obviously more than one.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Like you said about the instructions, tells you exactly how many to make of each.
Yeah, it's all here in this little booklet that comes with your mould. They take this out, open it up, and it's got all the step by step. This is really just dead simple to do. To make such a nice flower, really, it is quite simple. And here on the suggestions of components to make, and it tells you the small poinsettia and the medium poinsettia. You can do more if you want more to make it look bigger, or you can do less to make it look smaller. It's entirely left with you. But try and not have even numbers. Keep them sort of odd numbers, because apparently that's what they do with floral things.
And this Poinsettia mould and vein is only $19.99 on the website.
Yep, it is. Okay, so have a quick swig of me tea.
So we have got that in stock if anybody would like to buy that. And remember, you can ask for gift vouchers for Christmas for yourselves. If any family are struggling to get you anything, ask for gift vouchers, because then you can have a right good spend.
A right good spend. Did anybody watch Adele last night on telly? Yes. Did you see her with a nice new hairdo and a long hair and a figure? That's what I looked like at one time. That was until I had my hair cut. I can't get the lip filler anymore either. Claire Corbett, have you been behaving yourself? Not been breaking anything this week? No?
She's just running around the room going, yay Claire, go Claire.
What colours are we going for then, Karen?
We're going for midnight blue and shimmer blue.
Midnight blue and shimmer blue. Let's have a look. You might find them quicker than me.
Let's hope we've got them in there. If Claire's been using them, none left.
Frozen blue. Silver blue.
No, shimmer blue.
Shimmer pink, I can see that. Violet, frozen blue.
Everybody's looking.
Everyone. Shimmer blue.
Shimmer blue.
Shimmer blue. And then midnight blue.
Midnight blue sparkle.
Nope. Yeah, it is.
That's it. Okay, so we're going for those two colours. That's your decision. Okay, so first of all then, the midnight blue is darker, so
yes.
We'll go for that first.
Hello, Georgie. Georgie's just popped in to say
hello.
hello.
The wobbly lady. Hello, Geordie. Georgie, I should say. Okay, so these ones, as you can see, I've done earlier, and we've got it. Let's get a bit of kitchen roll, because this now is where the whole kitchen and my kitchen at home is absolutely covered in snowstorm at the moment, because I've been using that. And it will be covered in rose gold on Thursday when I do a cake with, I'm doing a masquerade cake, you know, with the masks that you hold to your face. Right.
Hello, Penny. She's just tuned in from South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. Very nice. Okay, so let's... It's not any, Claire. Have you used it all? How am I supposed to do a job when you haven't left me enough? Okay, rejuvenator.
She says, Georgie said, hello, yes, I'm the wobbly lady.
The wobbly lady.
Snowstorm is fantastic.
It is my favourite. So, as you can see here, I've done 5. I've done 3 large bracts. There, those are the large ones, and 2 smaller ones. And you can see how I've sort of put them in the mould, so that, in the foam, so it's done that taco bit, and it's made, give it a bit of a life to the leaf. Okay, so we're now going to do this. So let's add some. So if I haven't put too much in there. Okay. So your leaves paint, obviously using dipping solution or rejuvenator, whichever you've got, whichever you want to do. I may have to go over these again.
So Penny Cat Sellers is saying hi all from Australia.
Hello Australia. I've got family in Australia. Where are you from? As she said.
Not yet.
No.
We've got a bit of a, we have a
wait,
delay.
yeah. Don't forget, of course, when you're doing the colouring, this is a bit like watching Carroll doing her bags now, isn't it? I love watching Carroll doing her bags. I don't know what that lady's complaining about. It's my favourite bit. I like to see how she holds them like that and puts the colours all round. And
Penny's from Melbourne.
Melbourne, oh yeah. We're from, my family live on the Gold Coast.
The Gold Coast, I said.
Yeah,
That's
not
where
far from Surface City.
That's where Carol's daughter lives, isn't it? Adele on the Gold Coast.
Yeah. My uncle works for Brisbane Police. He isn't a police officer, he just works for them. Does the computers and everything, I think. Okay, let that dry. Let's do another one.
So Georgie, we'll bring the red poinsettia back onto screen in a moment for you so you can have a look at that.
Let's put a bit more just because it's a bit... Don't put too much in because Claire Corbett will moan.
Janie's family live in Sydney, Janie Stotts.
Oh yeah. I met Janie when I did the demonstration.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah. Nice lady.
Got any questions on YouTube or anything, Simon?
Nothing.
No?
No? Oh, everybody's quiet and
A
watching.
few people have said hello, but nobody's asked anything.
Yeah.
No? Okay, so we're...
So they're all commenting on Facebook.
Yeah, there's a few ladies here that have got family living in Melbourne and Perth and Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lindsay said that blue is stunning.
It is.
Are you happy, Claire?
Oh, I bet should be able to get a store set up at Timberley and then be able to sell these. Make some money for the company. She put a thing on Facebook the other day of her daughter, I think it was, at some park, I think she was in. So I said, I thought you said you hadn't been to Timberley.
Claire says she's very happy because you're using the midnight blue. And Simon, you're very quiet tonight. Could you just have a sing song, tell people you're here? Say.
I'm here. Here I am.
Yes, he's only told me off once today so far. I haven't got my head in the way.
Haven't you, Lee?
Yeah. I've actually sat down to
It's
do
better
the
when you
job.
sat down, yeah. Stay sat down, yeah.
So Helen's going to order this blue, which she does the next order because it's so nice. So it's called...
Midnight Blue Sparkle.
yeah, thank you. I didn't know you said red. It's Midnight Blue Sparkle, Lynn.
Or as Karen says, Midnight Blue Sparkle. I say Midnight Blue Sparkle.
No, I say latte.
Well, no, here we go again. We started all this last time, didn't we? Just let that dry and we'll just go over those again. I think you need, sometimes with the rejuvenator, you need to do them a couple of times. But don't go too mad because it will fetch off the colour that you've already put on. I quite like this blue. I don't think I've got this one. No, just check and maybe do it under dust too. If not, slip it in. Never mind Claire Corbett. Gets everything she wants, she does. Geordie wants to see the red one, does she?
Yes, she does.
Okie dokie, we'll
And
bring it back.
Pamela said you can just about see the green tint coming through.
Yes,
there
you can
on that,
now,
can't you?
yeah.
It's very
It's
little, yeah.
just drying nicely. It might just want a little bit of a coat over some of them. But we can just get them all done in the main colour first, and then we can go on to do the petals and come back to the leaves before we put it all together. That's a drop. Just a drop.
Claire says she's got her own, so don't worry.
I love the wonder dust on these kind of things. You know,
Yeah.
you're doing something totally different to the norm. Of course, you could do, you know, I've done all these leaves in white. You could do these leaves in green. I do them in a forest green or a woodland green, if you're going to do them. And then dust them up with a little bit of a darker colour. You can do all them leaves that we've done now in green, and then you can do all your braxes in red and do your centres in yellow, and you will have a traditional poinsettia.
I haven't got a delivery date for the snowstorm yet. Carol is aware it's out of stock and we are ordering it, but we haven't got a due delivery date as of yet.
Better hurry up, I want some. I'm running out. I'm just going over this with what's left, just to get those lighter bits. Just use up what's left there. Just put enough in there.
When you tip the leaves to the light, you can see the green coming
You
through.
can. I can see it now. It's
Yeah.
a bit like these new tips we're getting. They're a bit like
Yeah,
it's one tone if you look at it one way, and then
Yeah.
another tone when you look at it another. There we go then. I think that's nice. Yeah, it looks good. And just do the tips. Don't forget to do the tips of your wires because you've done them white. So just make sure that they're similar colour to your thingy. But it doesn't really matter because you don't see a lot of the. Right, so we'll put that away now.
Francis wants to know, can you make this without using wires?
No, because you wouldn't be able to put them together when it comes. You'll see shortly. There's a little bit there still. You'll see shortly when we come to put it together in a minute when everything's dried. Okay, so that's them leaves. Oh, they do look. I like them. I do
They're
like
lovely,
them.
them.
Yeah. Okay, so let it everywhere.
Can you
Now-
could you just use the dust dry if you wanted to without having to use rejuvenators?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing next.
Yeah.
But on the leaves, I would say, because the leaves supposed to be quite dark for a poinsettia, so I would do rejuvenator on the leaves. If you dust them with the wonder dust, you can't really steam it because it loses its glitter. So you're better off really doing it with the rejuvenator, and then you still get your sparkle in it. Personally, so what does Geordie want to see?
The red one, please.
The red one. Are you there? Is she watching? There we go. There we go. As you see, I did this with red paste and this with green paste, and then I just dusted them with a darker foliage green on this particular one. These are just some berries. Now these berries I got from department store, and I've sprayed them with the edible glaze so that the glitter doesn't come off onto your flour or onto your cake. It seals it in. So that's why you get that little, if you look, you can just see a little bit of white on them, and that's what that's done. But I thought they just look quite nice.
Georgie loves it. She's watching that there.
She like that. Does she want to see any of the others?
June Phillips tried making these today. You make it look so easily, and she loves your tattoo.
Oh, thanks. There you go. That's that one is Geordie. That's the snowstorm with the frozen blue and a silver shimmer on the leaves. That's that one. That's my favourite. I really like that. I might put that on my own Christmas cake. And this one, Geordie, is the The gold, I think this is shimmery gold, is it? Or
Is it bright gold?
it's bright gold, that's right. Bright gold. And then the braxes are done with the moon dust, because it's got a hint of gold in it. And then I've just put a line of pink up the centres of them, and this is the shimmery pink. So it's not too dark. But you have to be careful when you put it on, because sometimes it's too dark when you start and then it looks a mess. So just give it a bit of a brush over. Put the dust on your brush and then take it off again. Yeah. Okay, so let's get on to the braxes now. So we've got quite a few of them to do. We don't really take that long to do. So we've got large ones, medium ones and small ones. So, these are all dried nicely, and them all in this separate sections. I think we'll have another piece of...
Des made lots of these last year and she used them as Christmas decorations.
Yeah. Well, you can do them with arty clay, can't you? And use it for that. That's got that colour on, so let's put that there. Let's get another brush. This is ideal. This is a bathroom thing. I don't know if I've shown it to you.
Good idea, that.
Show us what you got in it.
There. So I've got all my tools and everything at the front here. And then these are my paint brushes, not paint brushes, water brushes and pens and skewers, because when you're doing these you need a few skewers and that. And then at the back here I've got all the bigger brushes and blusher brushes and that, and your palette knives. And Geordie's favourite is actually, I've got it separately there.
What do you keep calling her?
Geordie, I keep saying, don't I? It's
Georgie.
Georgie. I know. I just realised as soon as I said it.
I didn't know
Sorry.
what you were talking about.
Sorry. I'll stick to the wobbly lady. I pronounce it better that way. This is her favourite.
Loves that mini palette knife.
The millet palette knife, yes. The PME millet.
I'm not
knife.
sure which she prefers. Geordie or the wobbly lady.
The wobbly lady. I call her the wobbly lady, I do. When we did the live, we did that. Right, so we're going on to shimmery blue.
Oi. Oi.
I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this, Claire. Honestly.
Use a spoon.
I really think it was mine. One of those, wasn't it?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that looks
gorgeous.
nice, doesn't it?
You arranged them in the box, didn't you?
Okay, don't forget, of course, to do the backs. Can we see that, everyone? These are the small ones.
Yeah, you need to do the backs, because a lot of people just do the front, don't they? Forget to do
Yeah.
the backs.
I'm putting it on, then brushing it off, because obviously you don't want it to be too dark.
That's lovely, that shimmer blue.
Yeah. There we go. Just brush that off there. Are we happy with this, Claire, so far? It was her decision, along with a couple of other ladies, I believe. But it just goes to show that you can do these poinsettias in any colours you want. Just obviously do the lighter colour first and then do the darker colour afterwards. And do your leaves in the darker colour, and then it stands out better that way.
Well, the love arts are coming up the page for you there, Lee. They're loving this colour.
Yeah.
So if you didn't hear it, this one's called Shimmer Blue.
Don't forget your edges as well, folks.
And Claire said, yes, I think the two colours really complement each other.
Oh, so posh. Where's she from? Congleton, is it? That way?
She's
No?
she's
Scotland.
Tottenham?
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. Oh, they don't talk posh up there. I've got family up in Scotland. They don't talk
I mean,
posh.
I was drive away. She's not in Scotland.
You said where she's from, you didn't say where she lived.
He rendered me speechless for a second thinking she's only an hour away.
She drives down every week from Scotland, does she? Oh dear. I'm getting dust up my nose, folks. It's making me nose in.
So Nicola now needs shimmer blue. Now I'm sorry. She needs, and then Viv said copper and burgundy would be nice as well. So you're coming up with all these lovely combinations. So get practicing.
Yeah. Buy the mould if you
get
haven't
on
already
them.
got it, and get them on. Let me have a look. Get them on the page. What did she say? Burgundy and what?
Burgundy and copper.
Copper, yeah. You don't want your colours too close. You know, obviously it works out better if one is slightly darker than the other, because it gives you that contrast then. I'm actually getting covered in blue now. Claire would say, wear gloves. I can't hold the why isn't that way of wearing gloves. I know you use your cotton gloves, don't you?
Well, yes, the chocolate, so I don't get fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Because if you get the I've noticed if you get the fingerprints, and my hands are always hot, so if I get
No.
a fingerprint on it, then it's like you're on CSI. Your fingerprint comes up in the dust.
Carol's looking at doing some normal dust colours as well, and she likes it like they do.
Like matte.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at some matte ones.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Oh, Margaret, yeah, it's Margaret's birthday today, so a big happy birthday to Margaret for today, and she got birthday gift vouchers for Sugar and Crumbs. Will you be having a nice old spend now then, won't you?
Oh, good. Don't ask me to sing, please. Simon said I sounded awful last time.
I love that shimmer blue, it's gorgeous.
It looks nice, doesn't it? It really looks nice. We're nearly there. Done all the large ones, we've just got the medium ones. This is my last large one to do. And I know what I haven't done. I'm going to go back onto the darker blue again in a minute when this just sets slightly. Okay, that's all the large ones. All the small ones are done. Just the medium ones now. Oh, look at this waste here, Claire. Oh, you'll go mad.
We'll be putting that back into the bottle soon.
Well, that's why I've done it on paper, so you can do that. If you do it on kitchen roll like this, then you don't waste any, because you can rub it off your brush, so you don't get so much on, but then what's left stays in the paper lip, so you can just put back on. So whenever doing this, don't use a pot or a thing. You do it on paper. I find it a lot easier.
It's better, isn't it? Because that way you save it. You don't have to keep
Yeah,
buying
you're
it
not
then.
throwing it away.
Yeah, nothing worse than waste, is there?
I hate to see anything wasted. Like Carroll says, keep on until you get to the bottom of the pot, and then put rejuvenator in and do something with that. And then when you finish doing that, give it another tap. She'll still have some left.
So Emma from Hallam Horse says, it's the flour paste. We used Squire's Forest Paste.
Emma, tell me what you want me to do in May. If I can do it, that is. I can do the show. I'm on about the flour.
He lost me then, Nigel. Did he lose you, Nigel? Yeah, he lost me then.
I'm doing a show for them. They asked me to do a demonstration at Anglesea's Club, so I'm going to go over and do it. Right, that's them. Oh, just a bit more on that one. Okay, so that's all them then done in that blue. Now, let's I don't want to waste any of this, do we?
So Emma says, anything you want, as you're always fabulous.
Oh, thanks, Emmy.
No pressure then, Lee.
No. Right, can anybody think of what I've missed, what I haven't actually done yet? And none of them can think what I haven't actually done yet.
I can remember what you've not done.
What?
I know. The centre bits.
Statements.
Yeah,
The-
that's
yeah,
right,
the
the
centre
statements,
bits.
yeah. So I've got to bring this back over again now. A bit more of that. Oh, look at me, I'm covered. I'm using more of your midnight blue, Claire. Sorry. You have to bring your own in. A bit more rejuvenated. And our centres.
Better put that on my list for tomorrow, don't I? Get some more midnight blue while I'm at the warehouse.
Rejuvenator.
No, I'm alright for rejuve. I'll have a look in the
That's
cupboard.
mine.
All of you.
That's mine.
We've got some in the cupboard.
Okay, so all my centres are there. I've got to sit down. Simon's told me to sit down because it keeps me still and he can get it on the camera for you. You had to keep reminding me last time. I kept forgetting that I wasn't on camera. Let's bring this over here. Okay, do your centres the same colour as your leaves. Okay, and bear in mind if you're doing the big one you've got 9. If you're doing a medium one you've got 6. Then we've just got one more thing to do and then we can put it together. Hopefully this will all be dry then. Should have done these first really. It don't take long, this rejuvenated and take long to dry, does it really?
No, it's great.
Much better than vodka. Vodka tends to be a bit runny and takes a lot longer to dry. I didn't know, look, these poinsettias have got all different centres.
I didn't either.
No, I
actually.
didn't know. Apparently they have. They're not all round like we all do them. Hence the reason that you've got these 3 different cavities in this mould, apparently.
I get a poinsettia from my mother-in-law every Christmas, so I'm going to be scrutinising it now when I go and buy it to make sure
Yeah,
the
make
centres
sure.
are different.
Yeah. See if you can see the hearts and the fans and the
I'll be having a talk to the garden centre. Oi, you. You
This
diddling
isn't a
me.
true poinsettia, this isn't. What's happened here? Did you see her in Trafalgar Square? She went in Trafalgar Square about 10 minutes after we did, and then she's saying that the ice cream cone should have had some wonder dust on it. Oh, it was so funny, it really was.
Well, they put on one of the pillars in Trafalgar Square, sorry. They've like it's pretend square. It's just like a squirt of cream with a massive cherry on top of it, and it just was plonked there with a fly on one side and a drone on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And then just a decoration, and I just said it was missing some wonder dust.
Yeah.
A bit of snowstorm would have gone nice on it.
And everybody then commented saying, "You're always at work." Okay, so I'm covered in this one. It's everywhere. It's all over the paint board. I notice how you've left pink out. Why haven't you got the grey?
Because it's what I cleaned up before and just left that out.
Oh, you'll tell me anything.
Well, next time you come down, I'll have the grey out for you.
Right, okay.
God, blimey, you're so demanding.
No, we don't need much of this. Better to put out a little. There we go. A little bit out. This is a smaller brush I'm using now, and I'm rubbing this into the brush and then dabbing it off. And then just going down the centre. There we go. Of each of the leaves with this darker blue. Better. Just do this right down the centre of your poinsettia. on your Braxis. Just using the darker colour. This is where you don't need to have two colours too much as identical because you don't see it so much. Does that look alright, Karen?
That looks absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
That. So Lee's next class on the 2nd of December will be the Dahlia class.
Class?
I meant live. I'm thinking about that class. It's on the 2nd of December. It's a Thursday, and that's when Lee will be doing his Dahlia Dahlia live.
Yeah,
You're not
we should
doing
have
a
done
class,
that
you're doing a
today,
live.
but my fault. I couldn't wait to put these on the community page, and then Carroll phoned me and said, you're going to have to do them.
Well, they look so good, and everyone was asking you, weren't they? They look so gorgeous. And now people can start doing these and get you ready for the Christmas cakes.
Yeah. Got to buy the mould first.
That's what I'm hoping they're doing tonight.
Yeah. And these colours, well, any Wonder Dust colours you think can go together. But
Well, there's been loads of suggestions here, so at least you'll be able to do your own lovely 2 colours of Wonder Dust.
yeah.
Just compliments it. Lovely putting the stripe of the blue up there, against the shimmer blue. It's lovely.
Yeah.
And
Looks
Christine Gailey says they are fabulous.
They look even better when they're all put together. I mean, they look nice now on these, but when you've got them all in, I think that's my next job. So how are we for time? All right.
We do fine, don't we worry about it. These ladies will stay with you till midnight if they wanted to. If you want them to, they will stay with you. Don't know about me, Nigel and Simon, we might be going home.
Cold today. The frost this morning.
Yes.
I got up at 3 o'clock this morning to go work. The frost was unbelievable. I thought, oh my God. I'm
Yes.
just going to wash my hands now before I carry on with the next piece. Oh, go over there.
Yeah, I'm into de-ice my car this morning, so
Yeah.
I know I've just put my sheet over the car now, for the windscreen for when we finish the live later, because I knew that I'd have to start de-icing tonight.
That's all now. Could have done that, couldn't you, for this thing, yeah?
That's what I was thinking.
So Tracy's saying, stunning as always, Lee, Carroll. And Viv says, wow, you were up early for work.
Yeah, well, I make oatcakes for a living, and they have to be cooked and ready for the shops when they open, so that's why I have to get up early. Excuse me drinking, sorry folks, not being rude, just I've ended up with a tickly sore throat since I've been ill, so...
Donna had to get the scarf out this morning for the dog walk. Was that for the dog or for you, Donna?
The dog walk for you. Okay.
I saw that in London.
So-
There was a dog there with a big scarfy collar on.
Do you know it's no good for them? Because apparently dogs breathe through the fur. So putting coats and that on them isn't helping them at all. It's silly. I'm just moving these paintbrushes out of the way so we don't get dust everywhere. And move that. Move them up there.
Wow, Jane McDougall, have you been looking at Mr. Google? What we think are the flower petals of a poinsettia are called the bracts, which you've said, Lee.
Yeah.
They're actually the leaves, and the middle part we think is the stamen is called the cyathea.
Yeah.
They're actually the flowers. I know, strange but true, just in case you need to know it for a pub quiz.
Okay, well, you're not far wrong, I don't think. He's got symphatia, is that?
Cyathea or something.
Yes, cyathea for the centres, and then he calls the medium and small leaves and that braxes, and he also calls the leaves braxes as well, which confused me slightly because I think why would you have the same name for two totally different things? Okie dokie. Anyway, I'm just moving these to one side. Right, look at this Wonder Dust everywhere here. Claire, look at this. I'm going to chuck it all over your Christmas tower in a minute when I've finished. Oh, that reminds me, well, I've got to take 5 centimetres off the top of this, haven't I? Yeah, so get it the right size. Right, bring in this clean piece, see it? No shoes about today, Claire. Can't break anything.
We've put them all away.
Now, what you're going to do is, these are the bigger ones. And these are the smaller ones. And if you look, I'm putting these in groups of 3. These are the bigger bracts. Okay. These are the medium ones. And these are the small ones. So I'm done. Move them out of the way. So then we need 1, 2, oh no, that's the wrong one. 1, 2, 3 fans. 1 in each group. They're the 3 hearts. 1 in each group. And those are the 3 lips things. 1 in each group. So you can see then now that I've done 3 sets. Okay. I'm going to stand up for this a little bit because it's just a little bit easier to do.
Get ready to shout him, Simon.
Sorry, Simon.
Oh, I will do.
Actually, I'll try and sit down.
When
I will.
necessary.
So forceful, ain't he, eh?
Oh, down.
I'm going to sit down. I don't want to get shouted at. Okay, get yourself some floral tape. I'm using white. Get your 3 centre pieces first, each group. We're doing 1 group at a time. Bend them slightly so that they will join together. Get them all at the same level at the top there of your wires. Not the poinsettia, those need a bit more thingy on the top there. Put your wire, and start further down if you like, with your tape. Sorry, I'm sorry. I've just realised what I was doing. Start a bit further down there, and then just push that up, making sure you get them as close as you can to the top of your wires. Some of these just need pulling down slightly. That one, okay. And I'm going to let Karen just thingy these when I put them all together, just so she can get me a little bit of dust into the. Can you see where I've missed at the top? I'll just go down. Don't go all the way down. Just go down slightly. Break your tape off. You see the tape's getting the same colour as them. Okay, start with your small. Bend them with your finger if you prefer, or you can use pliers just to bend them slightly over. There's only 1 small one in this, so we'll take that first. Go round. Keep your tape as tight as you can and keep it at the top of your petal. Okay, then we've got medium. What we're doing is we're forming a triangle. Bending them slightly with my fingers as I put them in. And they're not all equal amounts of petals in each of these groups, but it's just an easier way to do it. Keep the the tape, floral tape, as tight as you can. Bend that slightly. Bend that slightly. Bring them in. See how we're doing a triangle. Take the tape around the top as tight as you can. Don't bother going down any of your things, just keep it all at the top. Okay, with your leaves just bend them slightly further down so it brings them out more. Put them in. And tape around the top as close as you can, as I said. Now we brush these, obviously you can go over these. Can we see, Simon? Yeah, sorry.
Just about, yeah.
Just about. Luke, I'm being told off already.
Right.
Just about.
Try that angle, see if that's...
Is that better for you? Okay. Then just go down all your wires. As you go further down, try and, obviously you all know about tape. Pull and stretch it and it releases the gum that's in it, so it'll stick together. Go all the way down.
Well, they're saying great choice of colours.
Oh, thanks. I thought about it. Yeah. That's still a little bit loose, so I'm just going to
They
go.
did put Claire's name on the end of it, you know.
They did?
They did. They said, wow, just there's stunning colours and colours are amazing. Good choice, Claire Corbett.
They'll show up in Timberley, won't they? Yes.
I honestly don't think Claire knows the way to Timberley at all.
Does she
She
not?
gets in a car and goes
Simon
all
will
the way
show her. Simon will show her. That's
Simon's
the
too
pals
busy.
now. Okay, so have we got that, Simon, on the overhead there? That way? That's it. There we go. Okay, that's number one. You can just place these down like this and they won't break. But be very careful. You don't want to break anything. And go on to section number 2. Again, bending these slightly, these middle pieces. One more tape. I stretch this first, I do, when I'm doing this, because I just think it's a lot easier to use. And we're alright, yes, we're 8:30, we're alright, I've got half an hour. Go around the middle. Start at the bottom and push your tape up if you need to.
Don't rush yourself, Lee. You've got as long as it takes.
Yeah. And then sort out your, put them all together. So we've got one small one and this one. So we put that one in first, small one, go round. Remember, keep this as tight as you can, stops them all moving about. Then the medium one. And we've got another medium one in this one.
So if you're really liking this Poinsettia, then remember we've got the mould on offer. It's on $19.99 on our website, and it's absolutely stunning. And as Lee said, you can make a smaller one or the large one.
Yeah, this is going to turn out to be a large one when it's finished. I did notice that Claire Corbett was being a bit rude today, making comments on the Facebook Live when you were doing your gingerbread thing.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, she was on about chocolate balls, I think. For chocolate balls. I've noticed she is a bit saucy at times. It must be from where she's obviously got Scottish blood in her. Same here, Claire. Scottish blood. Glasgow.
No, Claire's right at the top. She's from right at the top. And the next stop was the ocean.
The ocean. She's not from them islands. That's a long drive, that is, to come here to see Carroll every day, coming from up there. Don't worry too much about these being in place to start with. You can get them once you've taped them all together. I'm just going around a bit, try and get that a bit tighter, and then just go down. So that's that one. I hope you're not bored, folks. I hope you're enjoying this.
No, they're loving you watching this put together.
Take the gold and pink one out so I can have the bars. Okay, that's the second one. So say you can move these about a little bit when you've done. Okay, so that's number 2, and then we'll go on to number 3. And trust me to forget to do the tops of them hearts. I'm actually now got dark blue fingers with light blue shimmery blue. I'm matching the flower stacks. As tight as we can. Sorry, am I moving?
No, it's fine.
Again, as start with your smaller. They've got 2 small ones here, so bend it. It says 5 mil. Bend your wires 5 mil. Bend that the wrong way. And bend your leaves 10 mils. So if you want to measure them, you do get used to the sizes. I've done these now, so I'm quite used to the size. Again, you're doing this in a triangle. Okay, so you get your centre free. And we just need to put a bit of Wonder Dust on there. Medium ones next. And I put my sizes together like this one. But you can do them individually if you wish when you're putting them in. If you feel that's better. I just feel I can do this quite more quickly by doing these are the large ones now going in. Oops, nearly dropped that one. Just around the tops with your tape to start with, just keeping them really tight so that they don't move. And this has only got 1 leaf in it. And these leaves, they say to bend about 10 centimetres from, just helps it to move out slightly at the edge there. Just pass me that brush out of there now, it's just got the darker colour on it please. And then once I've just put that in that tissue. And then go all the way down. When you go down, it obviously secures your wires a bit more for you then, so that you're...
So get your Wonder Dust out, ladies, and start thinking what colours go great together for your poinsettias. You don't have to stick to the traditional red, you can just do lovely make-believe ones.
They're called fantasy. Not make-believe, fantasy. Sorry, Karen. I'm just going to put a little bit of rejuvenator in this. Just to do that bit of mist.
You're told.
I'm told.
That's Karen told. Oh, no, I'm telling you off. I'm just saying. I dare to tell you off, sorry. Okay, just well, we missed the top of those ones of the hearts. That's all I'm doing here.
You know, I didn't know you'd left those on purpose for a little bit of white. You know, because I'd seen the 2 colours in the red one.
Yeah. No, with these you do them all the one colour. Just put that on there where it's come off a bit. Okay, so we've now got 3 sections, as you can see, all taped together in a set of 3. So then, get your tape again. That's it. So I stretch this now. It's easier. Get your poinsettia, get your other one of it. Put them together as close as you can. Now, you need to start at the top here because you can't start halfway down and slide it up because you've already done tape, and tape doesn't slide on itself. So just go round as tight as you can at the top and get your other one. This is my last one, my 3rd one in there. Again, can we see all this, Simon? Yeah?
Yeah, just about.
You keep saying just about, makes me feel dead guilty. So you've done them in 3s, separate all your leaves, doesn't matter if you're doing small or large, do it in 3s. And you'll find it fits better, because if you try and do it all in 1, then your flower ends up looking more like a rose instead of a poinsettia. Because a poinsettia, or seta, whichever way you want to pronounce it, is a flat flower really, so that's why you only curve them slightly. It isn't cooked.
Well, they're saying the colours are amazing, they're stunning together, and it's a great idea, says Emma, doing them in 3 sections. Doing them together like this. They're absolutely loving it. The love hearts are flying up the page for you.
We're not quite finished yet, but we're nearly there.
No, they're loving it, and I must admit, what a good choice of colours, Claire. They really are
Oh,
stunning together.
don't!
Well, it's as Beverly said, it's a wow, wow, and wow.
Okay, so then just move your leaves about a bit so that you get them. Make sure you get your small ones at the front.
If you look at, that's what my hands look like when I've got the dust. I am absolutely covered in chocolate. Lee, that is absolutely beautiful.
There we go.
And how lovely would that look on top of a Christmas cake?
Yep.
It's stunning.
Oh, sorry, Simon.
I would move in.
Just fiddle with your leaves. Just
So
to
can
get
you
them.
spray that as well with?
I'd spray it with edible glaze.
With edible glaze, just so that the colour doesn't come off when you're
Yeah,
touching it.
I wouldn't try to steam it because it takes the lustre out of the wonder dust, basically. Obviously, that one has been steamed. That one's been steamed. Where that one is just like... And this
Yeah, well, like
one,
you said, especially with using the shimmer blue, it would take the lustre out, wouldn't it?
yeah. So that one I haven't steamed. Obviously, just painted and that. But if you use, I think if you just spray it over with that thingy glaze, but be careful how you do it. Though.
Go outside with it.
Yeah.
Don't do it over your work surface, not over your pink or your grey boards. And as Claire says, don't do it when you've got your glasses on.
Why?
Because I think she had to buy some new glasses.
Oh. I'll just bring this back in as well, as he's just stuck in here. So there we go.
They absolutely love it.
That's off the top, that one, Lee.
Oh, sorry, let me...
Come back towards you.
Oh, okay, there, yeah.
So Vicky's asking, would you glaze it as a whole or individual? Would you have glazed it before you put it together, or would you do it as a whole flower?
I'd glaze it before you put it together. Spray it, and if you can't go outside and spray, get yourself a box that's got sides to it and just hold it in and spray it. You know, do each one individually. Don't put too much spray on because it will water the wonder dust. That's the only thing I would say to you.
Well, so what do we? So the love hearts have flown up here for you. That there's the comment is beautiful, stunning, excellent, truly stunning. They absolutely love them, and all four. I can't tell you which is my favourite now because they all are absolutely beautiful. They're all saying thank you for the live. It's been a great live again.
Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, and I want to see as many of these on the community page as possible. Let me take these off and see what I'm doing.
That's what Carroll says.
Yes, so let's see as many of these poinsettias on and all the different colours that you've all come up with ideas so we can see. And then I can pinch your ideas as well then. So don't forget, this is the Katie Sue mould. There we go, the Katie Sue mould there, poinsettia and vena. Everything you need is in there. You don't even know, as you've just seen how I've done it, you don't even have to get the video up or anything. You can watch this one again if you wish, you know, it'll be there for you to watch. But inside all the stuff that you need is there. You can watch Nicholas Lodge do it if you wish to. I've more or less done it exactly the same way as he shows you anyway. There's a list here of how to do the smaller one, a list how to do the larger one, and there's a little picture here showing you which one reverts to which. They're all numbered, and then they're numbered on the sides here. Dead simple to make, really, when you look at it, and they're so stunning, aren't they? They really are so stunning.
Well, everyone's saying thank you. Even my mum saying amazing flowers. Thank you, Lee. I love your lives.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think that looks really nice, doesn't it, that
Gorgeous.
darker blue one?
Yeah.
I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it for Claire and then see if she can add it to something, eh? You could always put it on top of Santa's hat when I take the 5 centimetres off the career.
Just to build it up a bit.
Yeah. Or we can add it to the top of this one here, Claire.
Because that is 5 centimetres missing on that one.
That's lost a bit of it, hasn't it? So hopefully you enjoy doing them, folks. I loved them. I think they come out really, really nice.
I think they're absolutely stunning. And you've made it even me want to go make some.
Good.
Because they look absolutely
And Karen
brilliant.
doesn't do flowers, she does chocolate.
Precisely.
I don't know. I don't think you can. You can put chocolate in these.
I know, but I won't be able to give that curve how you've got the gorgeous petals. I won't be able to get the curve.
Wouldn't get because that's what brings the life into it. So curving it and.
If you bend the mould till it's setting, you can curve it.
Shut up, Simon.
So, you know. That's how you curve it.
It's only giving you an opinion.
Just giving you.
How long would I be
instructions on
stood
how
there
to do
doing
it.
out all them petals?
I'm not saying you should do it.
It doesn't take long to do, but it isn't something. I suppose if you were using chocolate in the mould, then you could get away without using wires.
Yeah.
I think you know because you'd have the bottoms where you can set together with your chocolate, couldn't you? But if you're going to do it with sugar paste, then you need to use the wires. I don't think you get away with doing them without the wires because of the way you've got to put it together.
The way I can see the way you bent your leaves out. You know the bracts, the dark blue ones. You don't think you'd get away. You need to put those on wires, definitely.
Yeah.
So Lee, the next time you're back is on the 2nd of December.
2nd of December,
and show the dahlia again.
Shall we just move these out?
Is it dahlia or dahlia?
Dahlia.
A dahlia.
Dahlia is what we would have been doing today, but Boss said let's do poinsettias because everybody had gone mad. This is the Autumn Colours collection, this one.
That's
this
gorgeous.
Is autumn. This is the one, if you remember last time I came in, I actually did the chestnut leaves and the conkers, which are in this one here. Let's get this out so you can see. So that was your chestnut leaves and conkers. This is an open conker, and this is one without the shell on it. And then we did the Chinese lanterns, which Claire was fantasising about. Okay, and then if you just look, let me just take this out. Everything is sugar, by the way, folks. So even these,
wow,
all these petals on this cosmos is all these. This is all sugar.
Superb.
Right, and then we've done a little poppy mould there and done that. And then I brought this. This is why I sent for the vase, Karen. Just so you know.
Well, Paula Riley says she's always shied away from doing poinsettias, but Lee, you made them look so easy. It looks like I'm going shopping.
Good. Get in there. Get your shopping. Get them bought, and let's see your stunning poinsettias. And this one right at the front here. This is the dahlia. And the dahlia just opening up, and the bud at the top, and that is what we're going to be doing.
Are you doing that whole thing? Are you?
The whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. This is not too bad, but you need a couple of moulds to use for this one, and you start off by doing a bud and work out, and then you only go so far, and then you start on the outside and work in and join the two together.
I can't wait to see you do that.
Yeah. So yes, it's quite a good one.
Because it does look so intricate, that.
Yeah. And then what did we say that flower was called that we're going to do? I can't remember now. Anyway, I'll bring it in. There's a flower that you buy. You buy a bulb, and it comes up, and it's got like 3 heads on it, and a few leaves and some that you tend to have at Christmas time. I cannot remember the name. Sorry. But I'm going to make one of those to show you when we come in. Well, I'm obviously not going to do it on the live. I'm just going to make it to show you. So it might be something that we'll look about doing next year. And I've coloured it in the Wonder Dust as well.
Oh, very nice.
So there we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed that, everybody. And I've got to bring this back. I love it. I love it. Claire, I love it.
It's not. Is it that? It's not that Alstrom area, is it?
I think that's it. What does it look like? No,
not that one.
No, it's not that, no. There we go. This was my favourite, and this is my second favourite, Claire. Okay, this is my favourite.
That is absolutely
Snowstorm.
gorgeous.
I just think it looks lovely with the silver leaves. Hopefully you've enjoyed that, everybody, and I'll see you on the 2nd of December, which is not too far away.
It's not at all.
Unusually for me, it's a Thursday and not a Monday. So we'll see you then. Anything for you to add, Karen?
No, just that if you've not commented on Carol's post yet on on this Facebook page for the live this afternoon. For those who watched it, it was on the live. You have to put a comment on there, and there's a prize draw being done on Thursday evening for two £25 vouchers, because Carol's house did stay together while the live was on. She got it together. It looked absolutely beautiful. She did a stunning job with it, but it was because the biscuit dough was too soft. We'd had it made since last Thursday, and we stored it in a plastic bag, and it had gone too soft. So hats off to Carol. She made it stay together for the live, and it was absolutely brilliant.
I thought they did look good. I mean, Karen's looks good, doesn't he?
Well, mine's a shortbread biscuit that I made the biscuit this morning, so the biscuit's nice and fresh. So
later on today, we're going to make a round cone with a little bit at the top and some smoke, so that we can make this look like a chimney.
I think someone's taken the mickey out of me now.
The roof had a fault in it. Smells nice though. Smells lovely.
Gingerbread shortbread.
Yeah, and this is done in the magical moon dust, and this is just brush into it.
It was brushed on.
And then this one is the snowstorm. This tree here. So yes, you've got quite a few. Smells lovely. You just want to eat it.
That's going to the lads at the warehouse tomorrow. So hopefully they'll enjoy that.
Yeah, looks good.
So other than that, we've got Tracy Man on tomorrow. And then Wednesday, you've got me doing. We've got the treat tower class behind you, behind Lee.
Don't worry about that.
We've got
this
Claire.
one.
Yes, absolutely. We've got Claire Corbett's treat tower class. You've still got time to get on this. It's going to be an amazing day. It's Simon on camera, me on comments.
I just knocked the thing off Santa's hat.
It's going to be an amazing day. Claire's going to show you how to put all this treat tower together. She's going to show you how to do the meringue Rudolphs, and we've got the snowmen there. We've got gingerbread man and lady. We've got Christmas trees. We've got golden and sparkling balls.
Look at the wreaths.
Absolutely, loads on that. Then Christmas puddings. Children are going to absolutely love this one. So this is £30 for a full price class. If you have already purchased a treat tower class, you can get it for £15.
Cheap at half the price.
Cheap at half the price. And if you buy this one at full price because you haven't bought any other classes, then you can then buy the other 4 classes there for £15 each. So you could have all 5 classes for £90, saving yourself £60.
She's been busy as well. Our Claire has.
She has. She's been doing lots of Instagram videos. If you've seen them popping up on Instagram now.
I'm taking all these home with me to eat later, Claire, so you'll have to do them all again. Okay.
She'd say all right then.
Yeah, I'll take them all away.
Done them, some of them in there 2 weeks.
I know.
If you want to bite into that one.
Doesn't that sound exciting?
And then I've got the live Wednesday night, which could be chocolate again or some bake. I don't know what Carol's got in store for me. And then Thursday we've got Laura on again.
What's Laura doing this time?
I don't know.
Oh. I did the scones, made loads of scones.
Did you make them all? Weren't they gorgeous? What she did, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, with the toffee apple icing sugar in it. Yeah. I did them, and I also did rum and raisin fudge.
And we've got a live penciled in 2 till 4 on Thursday, and me and Carol, we can't remember what it was for, but we have a live in as well, 2 till 4 on Thursday.
I don't know.
And then it'll be Laura in the kitchen live on Thursday night at 7. So we have a very busy week planned all for you again. So we would love you to join us. So the next time you can join us is Wednesday for Claire's Treat Tower class, and then you could join me for my live at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night.
And don't forget, I want to see all these poinsettias done and pictures on the community page, so we can see what they look like.
It just leaves me to say, Lee, thank you so much for coming in again. It's been an absolute blast having you here, and absolutely gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Yeah. And I look forward to seeing it. It's only like 3 weeks, isn't it? No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks' time. Yeah.
And that's December then.
It is, yes. Soon be Christmas. Hey, we're coming to your neck of the woods, Emma, for Christmas. So we might even pop down and have a bit of turkey with you. You never know. Hey, we're there for 10 days, so we'll see you sometime.
So thank you, Lee.
Thank you.
Thank
you,
Simon,
everybody.
for doing the cameras.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Okay. Enjoy your evening, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.